2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And preparing for battle, each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. Welcome everyone to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Joined by Chris Webber and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their rotation.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be tough, but they've got to hold strong.
And let's go straight over to the sideline for a report before they tip off. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, BA. Well, the NBA's...
Yeah, Allie, team's definitely motivated to stay in the top 6. Good stuff there. Thank you. Let's check out the Stars starting lineup. We've got Al Horford. Terry Rozier is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, down low. They've got Stephen Curry. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Barnes. And it's Mykhailiuk in at the 3, the small forward. Into the new season, Chris. Every team wants to start fast. How important is that?
Yeah, you want to start, BA, the season fast, but you'd rather end the season playing your best basketball. But every team wants a strong start because that helps build that. Here we go.
And the Stars start out with the ball. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Horford passes to Rozier. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
I don't think you can stop Rozier just by getting physical with him. He's too single-minded a scorer to let that stop him.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Christopher. Shoots over Rozier. No good, off the front rim. And he drives in. Can't hit from in close. Here's Christopher, pounded by Rozier. And here is Harrell. Pass to Mykhailiuk. And down it goes. 2 points.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. Stepped on the line, out of bounds there. And that will cost him a possession.
You look at Gilgeous-Alexander and the way he plays, he has kind of that old man style to him. A lot of crafty moves and fakes in his book.
Pass to Christopher. Drives to the hoop, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Now that's how you use the screen right there. And
it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
That one goes. Count it. And talking about Gilgeous-Alexander, this guy plays like a 10-year vet.
I mean, he has great footwork to get to the paint. He uses those Euro steps and hesitations so well. I mean, he reminds me in some ways of a young Monty. The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Driving in. It doesn't go for him. Ooh, some solid defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities. You can learn a lot by watching him operate in your offense.
The Stars have gone 3 of 5 shooting so far. Gilgeous-Alexander attacking. Banked it in off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now here's Curry. Out to the right wing. Here's Christopher. And good. Got got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
If you're Curry's teammate, this is what you have to do. Take advantage of the defender reacting to him. I mean, he'll find you if you're open.
Pass to Horford. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Curry. Here's Caldwell Pope. Fades and shoots. And there are the Stars. Another bucket.
When Horford gets the ball down low, he has tons of ways to beat you.
And over his career, Grant, Al Horford has continued to improve his outside shot.
I mean, he really has. He came into the league as a low block bruiser. 8 years in, he adjusted and added a three-point shot. And he has been a reliable player from outside since then.
So the Stars end up going with a whole new group. Pass to Wood. Now Curry fires it from 18. He gets it in there. Curry's got the second bucket on the night.
Oh, probably isn't a better catch-and-shoot player in the game. Steph right on time once again.
Now here's Hart. Up top, Payne.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
And there are the Stars. Another bucket.
And even when the D is all up and in on Morris, he nails the shot. Great job at keeping his eyes on the basket.
Curry against Hart. And that's a foul. Called on Jakob Poeltl.
First personal
That's
foul.
his first foul of the
First
game.
team foul.
A minute 39 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Dunn. He puts up a three. No good there. The Stars have got 6 of 8 shots to go. Left side, Hart. Can't get the go-ahead bucket. Inside. Payne against Curry. No good from 11 feet. 1:03 left to play in the first quarter. Markkanen outside. He's covered by Curry. And it's Bagley with the rebound.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Here's Horton Tucker. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
Outside Hart. Pass to Markkanen. Back to Hart. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Markkanen.
I mean, come on, fellas. Keep your head in the game. I mean, that pass should have been basic.
For Long Beach, they've got 7 of 11 shots to find the mark. The three from Curry. The Stars pull in the rebound.
Well, last year they swept the season series. There was a talent differential between the two teams. We'll see if that gap has narrowed.
Yeah, a lot of people think the separation still exists, but I myself, I want to see what happens in this first game before I make that call.
Shots good by Hart.
Oh, man, a solid score. You give Hart shots like these, he's ready to capitalize.
With 1 on the clock. No good on the buzzer beater. First quarter wrapping up here, and it's a tie game. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And the championship medal of Stephen Curry, not in question. He understands the mental approach necessary to win.
Stay in the moment and just focus on here and now. We have to.
Well, in years past, the Warriors were the juggernaut. Grant, now they've got some competition.
And Steph, one of 4 players in NBA history to win multiple scoring titles, rings, and league MVPs. I mean, B.A., you can't argue with his methods.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Oh, yeah. Love the ball movement so far. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, Lauri Markkanen out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Josh Hart. Then there's Cam Payne. And it's Poeltl in at the center position. That one falls.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Here's Horton Tucker. It's guarded by Markkanen. Horton Tucker on the wing. Back to Curry. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Curry's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And that'll keep the defense honest. I mean, you want to overplay Curry on the perimeter? Take some of this.
Los Angeles
Looking at
calls
the career of Curry, his legacy is set. The titles, records, numbers all cemented him as a legend.
Now a timeout called by the Stars. At times, some have doubted Curry's legacy. Hard to make a case against him, though, in my opinion.
I agree, B.A. He has produced in every capacity. It's just a matter of how great he is. One of the top 3 point guards of all time.
So the Stars end up going with a whole new group.
And the powerful frame of Horford, I mean, enabling him to rumble through the defensive resistance to put it home.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, we know that Stephen Curry generally is regarded as the greatest shooter the game has ever known. He said for him, quote, "It starts with a great base and foundation and allows everything to feel perfect. The perfect shot feels effortless to me. Serene and quiet. It's only me, the rim, and the basketball." Powerful words from Stephen.
It is a thing of beauty, Allie. Excellent. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Rozier outside. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
One thing you can give Terry Rozier credit for are those fast hands. He must keep the ball locked up when he's around because he's always hunting for his next steal.
At the line for 2.
And that one drops. So now they lead by 1. And Rozier's quickness as a defender does much more than just create turnovers.
Yeah, he's tough to shake off when he's covering you. I mean, he puts constant pressure on the shooters and doesn't allow them to take comfortable shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Here's Christopher, hounded by Rozier. Pass to Barnes. Over Horford. Barnes, no good. For Los Angeles, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Rozier, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Rozier. Counted from distance. Rozier's got 7 points in the game.
Even from long range, Rozier plays with real intensity. He's always on the attack.
Outside Barnes. Pass to Christopher. Clock at 6. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Rozier against Barnes. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Yeah, when it comes to Terry Rozier, he's welcome more responsibility. Started out as a role player in Spartanburg off the bench. Now he's starting out as a player.
Taking 2 shots.
What makes Rozier effective is how he uses his speed and athleticism. See Webb, he can be really terrifying penetrating inside. And you got to love his energy.
He wants to play as many minutes as he can. He's a true baller who takes on challenges head on. I mean, that's the kind of guy you love having on your team.
First one falls for him. And Chris, during your career, you were one of the game's best on the boards. Talk about traits needed to rebound at a high level.
Well, I mean, first thing people talk about is size, but look at Russell Westbrook. I mean, he has the instincts, the toughness, the want to. Any great rebounder, you have to share those traits.
Both free throws good from Rozier.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Pass to Harrell. Tries to snap the cold streak. The Stars pull in the rebound. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Rozier. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Up and in on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots. One thing you gotta love about Nikola Vucevic is that on offense he does it all. For a big, he's got a terrific three-point shot, and of course he regularly posts big point totals.
Blake Slatter's section wants a t-shirt.
Curry, he's checked in for done. All right, now let's have a look at who was really dominating the boards last season. Fifth best, Nikola Vucevic.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
Two minutes remaining in the first
Now
half.
Harrell.
2 minutes.
He had 9 points in his last time out. Left side Curry. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. No good off the back of the rim. Well, there's no denying that Vucevic's offensive output really makes him a great example of a modern big.
Yeah, his abilities at long range definitely help stretch the floor. But he can also be an old-school menace down low, gobbling up rebounds and owning the paint. And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Now here's Curry. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Vucevic against Harrell. Just 5 on the clock. To the middle. Here's Barnes. Vucevic with some nice D.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
54 seconds left in the first half. On Sunday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Eric Bledsoe. Long Beach is shooting only 39% so far in the game.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
So it's the home team now. They trail by 11. 43 seconds left in the first half. And here's Curry for 3. Nails it from 3. Curry's got 9.
He's turned it on here in the second quarter, getting his offensive game on track.
Pass to Pirtle. Back to Payne. Outside Hart. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Pirtle. Markkanen finds Hart. Here's Pirtle. The shot off that time. Some solid D from Wood. Outside Curry. 4-3. No luck on that one. And so it's the Stars finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks so much, Al, as you anchor.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. A pretty close game for the Stars throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. After a solid second quarter, they've built their lead to 8 at halftime. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Stars.
They were getting after it on the glass, like wild animals. They got nice basketball. They won the heart and hustle battle in that first half. Now we'll see if they can keep that going.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, they have to improve their defense. Guys were getting burned on the perimeter. They wouldn't put a hand up, as my man used to say, hand down, man down. Oh, you got to get some help. That pretty much covers everything on the shot. You think they played their best?
No way, no way.
And that'll...
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. You know, one of the stories here, Terry Rozier. Man, is he getting it done today?
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Barnes is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Christopher in at the 2. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half.
Stop it. An incredible move to shake his man. Getting the defender on his heels, doing the rest with ease.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Vucevic. Cashes it in from 11 feet. Vucevic has got his second basket.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot is good by Curry.
Ability to shoot with great range. Drive left, drive right. Curry has every option available to him.
Yeah, B.A., and the casual fans know Curry. It's just a great offensive threat. I mean, he's much more than that, though. Very close to a complete player on the floor.
Now here's Rozier. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Give him 8 points now. Yes, it's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime with the defensive end.
Here's Christopher. Right side Barnes. Shoots over Horford. Ooh, rejected by Horford.
Oh, he's a solid shot blocker now, thanks to his timing and great anticipation skill. It's not easy scoring on Horford.
Well, I'm thinking of the rest of Curry's game. Chris, he doesn't have any weak spots.
Yeah, and his defense has improved, and he's a good help defender, plus a rebounder on both ends. He has great vision and one of the most unselfish players in the game.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. And how about our AT&T 5G slam cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Pass to Harrell. Lets it go from the wing. No good, a bit long that time. The Stars have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Curry with a steal. In transition. That shot makes him 7 for 14. He's been good tonight.
The assist by Sviatoslav Mikhailuk.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Vucevic. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. That one falls. Coming off the Vucevic feed. He's got 14.
They're on fire right now, shooting 80% to start the second half.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
But not his best day from three-point range. I mean, just won in the first half and still looking for his first here in half number 2.
And that one's good. Vucevic has got 4 points this quarter.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, BA. Well, the players on two-way contracts getting expanded opportunities last season after the league eliminated the 50-game cap and permitted them to take part in the playoffs. The pandemic played a role, but, guys, teams are continuing to find contributors among these scrappy young players.
Well, it's all about opportunity, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Wood. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Pass to Mikhailuk. With the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Barnes against Gilgeous-Alexander. Barnes with the rebound. For Long Beach, they've gone 4 of 8 in the third. Here's Dunn. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
A masterful penetrator. Once Dunn notices an opening in the defense, he tears it asunder.
Pass to
2
Markkanen.
minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And here's Horford. Back to Markkanen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one comes up a bit short. For Long Beach, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Horton Tucker, he's checked in for Barnes. The Stars making a switch here.
Substitution for Los Angeles.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
And the Stars with possession here. Outside Payne. Down low. Here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Now here's Bagley. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Payne with it. 59 seconds left to play in the third. Yep, count it. Payne's got his second basket of the night.
Look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Wood outside. Bagley with it. Back to Dunn. 5 on the clock. Oh, from deep. Here's Wood. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Hart goes in. Drops in the layup for 2. And it's a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
Impressive. Their ball movement has been excellent tonight.
For Long Beach, they've gotten 6 of their first 12 shots to drop in this third. And here's Dunn. To the paint. Pass to Horton Tucker. He's off on that one. And so it's the Stars going into the break up 12. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And the Stars looking at who they've got. Cameron Payne out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then there's Marcus Morris. And it's Markkanen in at the 3 slot. Outside Payne. Here's Hart. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry. Long Beach is shooting just 42% so far in the game. To the inside. Oh, it's stolen. Hart against Curry. It's Hart on the wing. Pass to Poeltl. From the low block. And there it is for him. And Los Angeles leads by 14.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Now Wood, covered by Poeltl. Wood passes to Curry. Some solid defense from Markkanen. And for Los Angeles, they're shooting 64% for the game. Amazing. Kept alive. Payne. And almost gets it to go. So he'll shoot 2 here.
Personal foul.
Christian Wood picks one up.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Cameron.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Stars.
I love how they've attacked the basket in this game. They've taken a very aggressive approach.
Don't forget about their points in the paint either. Those have been huge.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Stars with some changes. Vucevic, he's checked in for Poeltl. Caldwell Pope comes in for Markkanen. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Hart. And so he hits both. Now here's Curry. And if they're going to make a move, this is a good time to start.
And there's still plenty of time, but they definitely don't want to let this game get too far out of hand.
Such incredible house for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
Now here's Payne. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. To the middle. Here's Caldwell Pope. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And out of bounds. The Stars will have it.
Los Angeles.
Horford, he's checked in for the Stars. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Payne.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
The Stars have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Harrell picks him up. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Long Beach is shooting 41% in this game. Outside Barnes. Poked loose. Horford with a steal. Here's Vucevic. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul.
You love a big man like Vucevic. Puts in the effort to keep improving. For example, look at what he's done with his perimeter shooting.
And Chris, after about a year where fans weren't allowed in arenas, you think players have a greater appreciation for the energy they bring to the proceedings?
Of course. I mean, I think the fans have a greater appreciation. I think the players, I think the referees, I think everyone. You know, the difference between a packed house and an empty arena, that's a big difference. And so the energy of the crowd, man, it's a wonderful thing.
And that one falls for Vucevic. Mikhailuk's checked in for Wood. He's off on the second.
I found something interesting about Mikhailuk. When he first took the court at Kansas University, he was the youngest player in the history of the Big 12 Conference.
Now here's Curry. Count it.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Harrell against Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. Outside for Rozier. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. That's in there. Vucevic with the assist. For Long Beach, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. You know, Chris, think back to Mikhailuk's college career. He was just 17 years of age when he made his debut.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure for a player that young. I mean, we used to seeing some European guys come over with a lot of experience under their belt, but Mikhailuk, he had to learn on the fly against some serious competition.
Now here's Horford. Rozier outside. Horford passes to Rozier. Fires in the triple. And Los Angeles leads by 16.
Oh, what a clean shot from Rozier. He and his squad work hard to create those good things.
Offensive rebound. And the layup is good off the glass. Harrell's gotten 4 this quarter.
Activity on the glass. That's a possession that could have gotten away from him.
Gilgeous-Alexander up top. He's covered by Curry. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Here's Christopher. Curry finds Harrell. Soft touch off the glass.
A quick leaper with a solid frame. Harrell gives opponents problems around the rim.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. For Long Beach, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Here's Curry, and Gilgeous-Alexander with a block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander tucks it last. .119 left in the fourth quarter. Curry finds some space. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Curry's got 12 points here in the second half.
I mean, look, the ball handling, the shot making, Curry just operating at a whole different level.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Stars.
Free throws were a major factor tonight.
It's nice to get a lot of shots at the line, but then you need to convert them. They did that, and it paved their way to a win.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with the win in the first game.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
It's hard to think of a part of the game where he didn't play a major role. Mentally, physically. I mean, he showed us what he's capable of when he's feeling his best.
And Rozier is outstanding at drawing fouls on these kinds of shots.
Shooting for the Stars, Terry Rozier. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
You know, ball handlers like Rozier lift the whole team. I mean, his personality and attitude keep morale high through the entire game.
It's both from the stripe.
Oh, you got to just have a sense of calm at the line. He has it here, and he just put the game to bed.
To the paint. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they shown this kind of fight earlier.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it, and that's a shame.
Now Brooks. So no problem for the Stars as they get the win. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Chris Webber, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. We'll see you next time.